Hello, morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be in the world right now. It is so lovely to have you here. My name is Janet Melody. I am working through the workbook A Course in Miracles, and our lesson today is 282. So in this lesson, we are asked firstly to fit in a time somewhere during the day to read through the section on what is the Holy Spirit. We read through that. Then we have our lesson part, so we spend time in the morning with the lesson and time in the evening, and then we take hold of the statement at the beginning of the lesson and we use that as a reminder throughout the day to keep us on course. So I will read through the lesson today, and all links are under this video. Okay, here we go. Our statement today is, I will not be afraid of love today. If I could realize but this today, salvation would be reached for all the world. This, the decision not to be insane and to accept myself as God Himself, my Father and my Source, created me. This, the determination not to be asleep in dreams of death, while truth remains forever living in the joy of love. And this, the choice to recognize the self whom God created as the son and daughter He loves, and who remains my one identity. Father, your name is love, and so is mine. Such is the truth. And can the truth be changed by merely giving it another name? The name of fear is simply a mistake. Let me not be afraid of truth today. So that's our lesson. I will not be afraid of love today. Doesn't that sound strange, not to be afraid of love? You think, why would I fear love? But in living in this world of illusion, that is basically what we're doing, because we're living by an identity. We're living by the memories from that identity. We're living by how our experiences have come about in our lives, and we are constantly perpetuating a story. And the story gets longer and longer and longer until we eventually, as the ego would have it, die. But when we really tap into love, love has no animosity. Love has no issues with others. Love doesn't even see others as separate. Love just encompasses all as one. And that is what we seem to fear, because we feel like we're going to go into like a vortex and disappear, because the identity that we have is so all-encompassing, and it has swallowed us in a vortex. We're trying to get out of that vortex into the energy of love, which then just sees everything around us as love. I was listening to a talk by Eckhart Tolle yesterday, and he was talking about an individual who had caused a crime, had murdered somebody, and they suddenly were in prison and they were at the death sentence. And I think maybe he's worked with them, I don't know. But he said they come to a point, some, not everybody, that the overall suffering, the feeling of death is coming, and what they've done, the guilt that is arising in them, all of these things can actually create a shift, an awakening, if you like. And it's those types of people who don't then fear the end, the sentence of death. It's like it's just vanished, because they know the body is an illusion. Everything is an illusion. Everything that it was a story. It was created in the mind. It was creating such havoc. And to move beyond this is such a surreal feeling for us, because we don't live like that. We live in the ego. So how do we get out of that ego? We refuse to treat it as our guide in our day. Because it chunters on all the time. And it says things like, I don't want to do this, or that person's causing me an issue, or this is a problem, or I have to get here and do this, or on and on and on. It's constantly pushing you, and it forecasts the future. Oh, this happened in the past, or this might happen, and I have to, keep everything going like this. It's a constant train that we've jumped on. It's like birth, out we come, then we're on the train of life. And at birth we have that small segment of time as a child where we don't recognize ourselves as this identity, and we are just blissfully joyous. That's why children are so alluring to us, because we see them and we just see the light in them. And I think it reminds us a lot of the time that that is what we all are at the heart of us. So as you go about your day to day, step into that omnipresent love, the energy of love, of what you are. That energy of love does not have an individual self. It is connected to everything. And the more you can do that, you bring others back into this space with you, because you're not causing any animosity, you're not causing any problems, you're not trying to control anything. You're allowing an energy within you to move through you. And that's all I can say really on it. It's like we have to sort of go into the stillness, the silence of love, because it isn't a sort of a noisy energy. It's an energy of just complete peace, complete knowingness, complete just complete. That you are complete. There's nowhere to go once you know. It's like you've arrived. And we always are there if we choose to go there. The Holy Spirit, remember, is the bridge to get to that place. It's always sort of like receptors are open, drawing us back to who we really are. And it's when we get still in those quiet moments that the grace of the Holy Spirit comes up and kind of leads us towards the truth of who we are. So it's stepping out of the busyness, of life. It's really getting into a place where you're more calm, you're more centered, and the more you can sort of do that in your mind as you're going about your days, the more you can silence the thought. Well, I guess you can't silence it, but not attach to them. The more you can just see them as, oh, there goes my mind again, chattering on, and to become that background awareness, which is what you are, that awareness, that light. So move in your day to day, stepping into the truth of who you are. Don't be afraid of that love, because that love is just going to make you feel back at home where you belong. So enjoy your day moving towards love. Enjoy, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.